brunette.
Who takes other forms? Who are you talking about?
Turn this light on just for a second to get them in the shot. My stomach just growled. They are messing with me now.
Yeah, sometimes stomach growls sound like real growls.
Yes.
If you catch my drift.
Look, there's
So,
the
very good.
there's the cat ball on that
Cat
table.
ball. That was very good. Thank you.
So who takes other forms? There's my stomach again, I think.
Is that Alice or Anne that you're talking about? Are you talking about the family?
Gluttony.
Gluttony. That's interesting because in January I remember some food words coming over the spirit box or something. I remember chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So I take it you like to eat, is that right? Or is that a different type of gluttony? Is gluttony, is that what takes other forms? Is that what you meant?
Is someone from the Williams family here, from the farm? I think the first or the second wife was also named Alice.
Oh,
Died in bed.
died in bed.
At the same time, that lights up. That's a little spooky.
Did Alice on the farm die in bed? There's my is that my stomach or something?
Your stomach, Kevin.
Good grief.
Let's get you out, Kevin.
Didn't they have some of the
Jeez.
family members die at home?
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
Probably
We
all
were
of
listening
them.
to that. Leslie, do you remember?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Alice was the second wife, according to my notes. Littleton, David Williams was the husband of the household.
Oh, that was me.
You will have nightmares.
You will have nightmares.
That's your punishment for making noise, Shane.
Was that you
How I
too,
interpret it.
Ann and Alice? They don't usually cause nightmares. I do have a doll at home that does supposedly cause people to have nightmares when they touch it. And one
What is
guy,
their story, Kevin?
their story, they came from Shropshire, England. I know Ann and Alice in real life were young sisters. Alice was the older one. She was very protective of Anne, who was a mute. And I want to say this was turn of the century, late 1800s, early 1900s. They had nothing to do with these dolls. I'm not sure why they're joined with the dolls, but they both passed at a young age. I think Anne, the youngest, was around 5 or 6, and Alice was 9. And they were close apart, close together in their time of death. So in the 80s, there in Shropshire, there was this old, mean woman. Well, I say old, probably like in her 50s or 60s, but she looked very haggard, and people thought she was older than that. And they were very scared of her. She was mean to people in the neighborhood. She didn't like visitors. So people stayed away from her house, and they believed she was a witch. It turned out they weren't wrong, because one night they heard screams coming from her house, and people were too afraid to go check and see what that was about. They figured she's probably doing some of her witchy stuff. So the next day, a couple of the neighborhood men decided to brave it out and go to the house. And they opened the door, and there's just junk all over, and there are cats just all over the place. And this is, by the way, around 1982 when this happened.
Cuts.
Cuts. Wonder if I was trying to say cats.
Not likely.
Not likely? Oh, okay. So did the witch have cuts on her? Is that what happened? Well, anyway, they went around the house, and there were other dolls, but these 2 dolls were in the room where they found the body of the witch. She was laid out on the floor in what they deemed her ceremony room, because it was a big pentagram-like shape drawn out. There were some kind of ashes on the floor. There was an altar and all this other crap, and these 2 dolls were there too, nearby. On the backs of these dolls are names or phrases of something or other. She was trying to use them as revenge dolls against somebody, and it didn't work out because she didn't know Anne and Alice were attached to the dolls already, and they refused to abide by her wishes. But cause of death, they found out, was fright. Something stopped her heart. So the neighbor people said, she probably conjured up some payees. The woman probably conjured up something that didn't like her and didn't like being disturbed, and it probably scared her to death. But it's really freaky. Watch. Every time I put these dolls on stands and I have to see those words on the back, it just freaks me out. I don't know. Denial.
Was his face painted like that already?
Yes, the witch painted them this way, trying to use them as revenge dolls, and then she found out they were haunted, and Anne and Alice refused to do her bidding. Supposedly she cursed them to be stuck with the dolls, but I don't think that's true. They can kind of come and go as they want to. They haunt these dolls just like a ghost would haunt a building. So, but they do mess with electricity a lot. We had a big gathering. I used to have people come over. It might be one of the ones that you came to. I would grill out and invite the paranormal team over and friends and family, and I'd have them for about 2 months. And the lights kept going off in different parts of the house. The lights would go off over here. They'd come back on. These lights would go off on this side of the house. The TV went on the fritz. And Laney, her husband, they were there, and he's an electrician. He thought he'd muscle on out there to the garage and check the fuse box, find out what's going on. He couldn't find anything. And I said, I guess the story of Anne and Alice was true, that they loved to play with electricity. My favorite of theirs is when I was doing a spirit box in the doll room at my old house, and my little cat was running around, and by the way, don't do investigations in your own home. You don't want to conjure something up in your own home. I only do it for the items in my house, but I'm doing the spirit box. Director. And the cat runs by and knocks over something on the shelf there near Anne and Alice. And I mark it by saying, that's my cat knocking something over. That way when I play it back later, I know what's causing that noise. Well, right behind that on the spirit box, this little girl's voice with British accent complete. Look what you did, you cot. And that's out there on my YouTube channel. And I asked, was that Who was that said that? And you hear the little girl, probably, and you hear the little girl go, Alice.
How did you find out that these two girls got into these two dolls if the lady?
Jane, I can't remember her last name, first owned these dolls, and she investigated them thoroughly. Jane, can't think of her last name, but she owns that famous Peggy haunted doll. If you ever watch shows about Zach Bagans' museum, she's in that museum. And Jane used to own her, and she owned these two dolls, and she sent these two all the way to Australia to a demonologist. And the demonologist had them for a few years, but basically Spirit Box, and by using a sensitive to pick up on their story, certain, they were able to find out who they were, and the story about the witch, which I think Jane already knew about because she's from England and she knew the story of the witch already, and that's where she got these dolls, was from that house. So the demonologist kept them for a while, made sure that, there's nothing demonic or evil attached to them, and then surprised me by shipping them to me one day with a doll that I'd asked her to send to me from Australia. And she smuggled these two in there, scared the crap out of me when I opened the box, and they were in there.
What's written here?
I don't know. I can't figure out. I thought it was Jane thought it was the names of the victims she's trying to curse, but when I looked at it, it's these weird words that make no sense in these little symbols. Catherine.
Is that who she
Is-
was cursing?
Is that the person she was cursing, or is that the witch? My stomach's still rumbling a little bit.
Have you figured out how the girls died?
In the room.
In the room.
Well, besides that.
It was some sort of illness. I'm not sure.
So could that have been when it said in bed or died in bed?
Could be.
And then-
Could be them talking. I'm burning up. Is it hot in
It's
here?
warm in
Yeah,
here.
it's
okay.
It's so cool in the hallway. and
Yeah.
This room is warm. Who died in bed? Was it one of the little girls, Anne or Alice? Anne and Alice, if you're in the room with us, can you touch the red light in the middle of the floor, touch the antenna? Or any of these lights that we have to confirm?
Oh, excuse me. I'm going to set this down for a little bit and let it keep recording. That was me jostling that around there.
Outside.
Outside. There we go. I'm going to step out of the restroom.
Okay, that's it.
I'll be back because they're messing with me right now.
Let's see if they react to him leaving.
All right, Alice, Kevin's gone. It's playtime.
Do you like coming out and coming to these events?
20.
20.
You know, you're my favorite of Kevin's children.
You're our special guest this evening. We're so glad that you're here. We would love it if you played a game with us.
Is 20, how many people are with us tonight in this room?
That's a good question.
Did you say that's how many there are?
Uh-huh, and I just walked the other two over down the hall, but yeah, it's 20. That freaked me out a little bit.
Oh,
You could've just said 20.
people, not spirits. I was thinking, well, I don't know.
20 of us.
Did you do a head count so you know?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, very cool. Well, you have all of our attention. We are so curious about you.
That was probably listening.
Yeah.
It was a door.
Yeah.
Because there's air coming through now somewhere.
Okay.
Jailhouse.
Jailhouse.
Is it normal to get like headaches and stuff?
For some people it is. One of our investigators, he's not here tonight, but that is his normal response to being in some place that has spiritual or spirit activity, paranormal activity.
Because since we've gotten in here, I'm starting having a headache.
Okay. And you said your name is David?
Mhm.
Is someone causing David to have a headache? Do you pick up on anything, Miss Jennifer, about
Not yet.
anyone?
Haunted house.
I do like that app though.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
yeah, it's clear. And it says phrases and not just a single word.
Mhm.
What's it picking up? Signals?
Yes, anything that an iPhone can detect, like environmentally,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even know what all that encompasses, but it can be tapped into when you write programs for it.
Positive.
Positive. So it could be a touch, it could be vibration, a tap. Do you know what some of the things that it can detect? Just an iPhone in general?
I mean, a lot of stuff, so it's got
Mhm.
the gyroscope in there, so anything to do the
Mhm.
sound, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Who was making the cat ball light up earlier? Are you still here? Let me check the time. Okay. So we've been going about 20 minutes. I think I'll switch over to Spirit Box and see if we get something there.
18.
18, yes. Now there's only 18 because 2 people have left.
Who died.
I'm just going to unplug his speaker.
You have a, like a plug, like a plug a USB in?
Not a wall plug.
Okay.
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 So I just unplugged it so that I could start a spirit box session.
Okay. Just need to cut it off.
Battery 60%.
There we go.
Connected to Jimmy J's iPhone.
Did I miss anything?
I counted how many people were in here.
Did you want me to do it on mine or?
I was gonna do
Okay,
mine.
yeah,
I'm bringing
you
it up. I can't find it sometimes. Okay. So this app is called Sono
Connected to
X10.
Jimmy J's iPhone.
Is that loud enough? Okay. Are you just passing through or do you live here? Your spirits?
Everything.
It's simple. Are you? Can you see our lights? If you touch them, they'll light up for us.
Next. Copy.
Coffee.
Well,
Paper.
I thought I heard the name Alice. The doll.
Yeah, Alice the doll is right here.
Is Alice here with us?
Sound on
This is your chance to speak to us. Yes. This is an invitation for you to come speak to us.
Move it.
Move it. Is someone from the farm here?
Turn that back on. That was me. Repeat. Repeat.
Move it.
Move it.
What do you want us to move? You? You want me to move it?
That sounds like a driver on Highway 280. Move it.
I'm just here to be a friend. I don't mean to be a problem. Are you? Am I bothering you? Who's telling us to move it?
K2 going off all the way to the red. Wow.
It said wow too.
Did you do that?
Yeah, it said yeah.
Well, thank you.
Will.
It's Will.
I received.
Help? Who needs help? Can you tell us? Can you tell us why David is getting a headache? Spirit. Yep. Can you ask them not to do that, please? Don't give him a headache, please.
Was that you messing with my stomach earlier?
What is it here?
Mission. Not.
Are you trying to talk to Christian? No? Do you have a message for anyone here tonight?
You know.
And my stomach just growled again a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna close out this one and we're gonna try another one. So I need all spirits to go back. Magic. Do you have a message for anyone here tonight that you'd like to share?
It'd be awesome if we could see you walk through here, right here. And you can make a little stick figure on the screen there.
We really appreciate you helping us and talking to us tonight.
Nice to meet you. Heard Kim again.
Yeah, that's me. We're gonna be up here in just a minute.
That's it.
Has anyone not said something that they want to? How many of you are here tonight? Five? Seven? Seven, you said seven again. Are there any questions from the group that haven't been answered that you would like to ask before we wrap up? That might have been River.
Yeah, that was her.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna turn this back up so I can tell them goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Heard haunted and yes, Kim.
It was very nice to be here again tonight. Thank you for speaking with us. It was pleasurable or pleasure?
Heard that, I thought I heard pretty.
Pretty, I heard pretty too. Friend, friend, come back. I'll be back tomorrow,
Where?
right here. I'm gonna come talk to you again. I'd love it if you come back and talk to me some more. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll talk to you soon. I need all spirits to go back.
Radio station that's out there, there's probably millions of them out there, that it's going through worldwide.
Is that Ann and Alice?
What's the internet radio have to do with spirits talking?
It's energy, they use the energy, just like if you use, like the old ghost boxes used to run on AM and FM radio stations. It clicks through the stations real fast, doesn't stop at a station. They would use that energy to come through on the spirit box, but you had a lot more background noise. It was a lot of clicking and clacking, and then you get a word here or there.
The idea is it flips through so fast it creates like a white noise.
Yeah.
And the spirits can manipulate the white
Yep.
noise. So when you actually hear an actual word, it's.
It said, "We're at Homewood." Just a second ago. We're at Homewood.
And it said sad.
Why are you sad? Do you need some help not to be sad anymore? I'd help you if you tell me what you're sad about. What was that?
That was British. Hello.
That was British. Do you know these two little young laddies over here? Whiskey? You got some good stuff? You wish, huh? Was that boy?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Do you feel, Do you girls see a boy here? Boyfriend, is that what that says?
Maybe?
Remember last night we got boyfriend? And it said my name?
Yeah.
Dude. Are any of the Sunday school people here? I know this room used to be used as a Sunday school.
Oh, he got caught, he said, this is a whorehouse, that's what he just said. No. You messing with the church ladies, that's fine.
You better be nice, that was ugly.
Oh,
Dirty.
oh, I told you something else before too, though.
Are you the negative Nelson from last night?
Yeah, that's
Funny.
funny. Looks funny to me.
He likes my little crack there, negative Nelson. Ha! Ann and Alice, is that why you were hiding earlier from that goober? Hi. It's all right if you want to.
Hello, we're here. We can hear you. What's your name?
Sound like it says that.
Yeah. You said Lloyd? Lloyd, what do you do? Huh?
You said Owen, didn't you?
Owen.
Yeah.
Owen.
Hi, Owen.
Can you repeat that, Owen? What do you do? Where are you from? Iowa?
That's what I heard too, Iowa. You're a long way from home, Barty.
What brings you? What brings you here?
Is the EMF going off? Or what is that again?
Shadow.
Shadow.
Like Paul McCartney singing yesterday.
I wonder the farm family here, do they come from Iowa or were they always here?
Yeah, I don't know. Who else is here with us tonight? Oh.
Oh, the K2 signal was over here.
Wow. That sound actually indicates that the device is being touched, but no one's touching it,
That is awesome. Thank you. Oh,
so that's highly unusual.
thank you for that.
Weird, no temperature change with it though. Usually get at least a 10-degree up or down from it.
I know it takes a lot of your energy, so I appreciate that.
Danielle?
It said a second ago when he was talking, it said, "We love you," and then it said, "Dad."
Yeah.
Aw.
Did you hear that too?
When it said dad, it sounded like my daughter Brittany calling me dad. Like weird. She's in Ireland right now. Okay then.
Was that a cat? We got these devices here in the middle of the room and the back if you want to light them up.
You sound funny.
Say, Kevin, you gotta quit calling devices, they're gadgets, because they don't know what devices are.
Okay, we have gadgets here. We got this box here and that box back there and, yeah, the doohickeys.
That's what they know.
Whatnots, we got that whatnot there. That and back
What
there
the
on,
deal is. That's it, see?
Well, grab it. Grab it and make the lights come on.
And you never ask the spirit if you could take their picture, because to them, it's sitting down and getting painted, that was a picture. A portrait was where they sit down for a few minutes and got a picture taken, but, yeah, don't call them to get their picture, because they think that's sit down and somebody paint them in there.
You kind of assuming they're like 100 years old.
yeah.
That would all the way to,
Hey, what they
forties
done, like-
and fifties though.
What they done like last year?
What- they call who you call old, boss?
I guess they'll still understand, but.
So listen to that hippie old guy over there calling us old.
I ain't no damn baby.
I know.
I'm just a grumpy old man.
That one laughed. Patty, are you here with me? That kind of sounded like your laugh. People watching my video, this is the back of Ann and Alice's head here. Can't see here in the dark.
Who touched the gadget on the table and made the lights come on? Don't know? Joe?
For a second.
Do you want to switch to one more before we go?
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, I'll switch to the SonoX.
Okay.
That looks like a yes to me.
Are there two spirits here?
Yes.
Can you point to the right? Like from the fence.
I don't know. I've got all my stuff back.
Yes.
I broke my bus, I had to get a new one.
Really?
Take on.
Sure.
I don't know if
Anybody ask that question? He can ask.
Ask them if you were the boy they're talking about. They said something about boy, and you're our only boy.
Was I the boy on the spirit box?
Is it pointing to the empty chair? Maybe
It's someone else over here.
Maybe a
Yeah.
boy sitting in the chair? And you
With
have,
its little girly toys.
yeah, are those trigger objects that you brought, or what?
That she brought, but she didn't want to hold them.
Okay, so there may be something to that.
Are Anne or Alice here?
Yeah, that's a yes. They are here.
Am I speaking with them right now? Am I speaking to Anne? I don't know what else to ask.
Anne was the younger one, right?
Yeah, Anne's the younger one.
Ask them if they were playing with the toys.
Were you playing with the toys on the chair?
It's a little boy, he doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, it's giving a yes there.
Slowly.
Are you shy to admit that you were playing with the toys? Were you the one that was hiding earlier?
Ask if she was the one that made the lights on the gadget come on.
Were you the one that touched the box on the table?
Mel was just hitting 4.3, now it's 0.3, 0.2.
Could you activate one of our gadgets?
Maybe they're like banners, like that. If they would, like these little activate the gadget. Could be my phone.
May you activate one of the gadgets?
It's one of these here do hitchamajigs.
I don't think it wants to.
Or something like that, or coming to listen to the music. Church of Christ, all of their music is
This is the old sanctuary.
instruments. So I'm going to play a couple of songs, and then I'm going to pause like right in the middle, and just if everybody could be really still and really quiet, we'll see if we can hear anything.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a relief, how precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through men.
I'm gonna try another one.
Okay.
How to kill all mosquitoes in the area in 90 seconds.
Peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul.
Okay, you want to do the scripture?
Yeah.
There's something back there.
Yeah, there's. All right, here's the script. Here we go with the Bible reading.
Chapter 13, concluding words. Keep on loving each other as brothers and sisters. Don't forget to show hospitality to strangers, for some who have done this have entertained angels without realizing it. Remember those in prison, as if you were there yourself. Remember also those being mistreated, as if you felt their pain in your own bodies. Give honor to marriage, and remain faithful to one another in marriage. God will surely judge people who are immoral and those who commit adultery. Don't love money. Be satisfied with what you have. For God has said, I will never fail you. I will never abandon you. So we can say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, so I will have no fear. What can mere people do to me? Remember your leaders who taught you the word of God. Think of all the good that has come from their lives and follow the example of their faith.
You said the K2 and the ball were going off?
Yeah, it's the vibration of the speaker.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the vibration of the speaker, just letting it off.
I'm going to try to play a little bit more here.
Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So do not be attracted by strange new ideas. Your strength comes from God's grace, not from rules about food, which don't help those who follow them. We have an altar from which the priests in the tabernacle have no right to eat. Under the old system, the high priest brought the blood of animals into the holy place as a sacrifice for sin, and the bodies of the animals were burned outside the camp. So also Jesus suffered and died outside the city gates to make his people holy by means of his own blood. So let us go out to him outside the camp and bear the disgrace he bore. For this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward to a home yet to come.
they call someone down to be like baptized? Do Church of Christ do like an open call for?
Thing at the end, they had they call it benediction, where they are called to the altar, where they would say, they would say, whoever feels that you've come to know Jesus, please come forward. Those who are lost, come forward. Or those who want to pray at the altar, come forward and pray. Of course, they'd be doing the singing while that was going on.
Okay. Does anybody want to come forward? Are any of the spirits here want to be baptized? Were any of you baptized here? There was an ankle problem. Blaine looks like he's doing a break dance.
Well, the K2's going off really good.
And when the vibration speakers have been doing it since they stopped playing.
There's nothing but the speaker there. I don't know if that would.
It's been going on since we started.
I'll move the speaker just to keep up.
Oh yeah, it's kind of far away from that. Yeah, it's still going.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing that. That's right in front of Ann and Alice. Here, let me. So I get it on my camera. This is right in front of Ann and Alice here. Oh, it stopped. Look, there it goes. Thank you, girls.
Crossing the
I know, I was always told they love to play with a K2 meter.
Since we're winding down here, I'd like to give anybody an opportunity to ask questions maybe they haven't asked already.